Hello and welcome. Today I have got 3 little packages that I wanted to share with you. So I'm going to unpack those and I'm going to test them out in my Sea White of Brighton plein air sketchbook 225 GSM not finish, and it's A4, and I will put a link to Jackson's and all of their Sea White of Brighton sketchbooks. I do really rate these sketchbooks. I think they're very good quality and they're a good price too. So let's have a look at what I've got in my packages and we will do them one by one. So let's start with this lovely pretty one. So this has come really nicely packaged. Let's get a little craft knife to see if we can open this. And some bubble wrap. So yes, this I got from Etsy, and I will, oh, it's in like a little sleeve, okay. Scissors required. There we go. So, oh, I will test this out. Oh, and look, we've got some little spongy feet on it, and I think that says muddy something. I can't quite remember where I got this from, but I have got the link that I will put down below. But I thought this was rather a nice little palette. So hopefully I'm still in shot. There we go. And this is, it's not very big. It's 6 inches by 4 inches, or 16 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres. So that's the size of that one. Pop those in my bin there. Okay, let's see what we've got in our next package. So see if we can get these out. Oh, so this is from Tiny Clouds, handmade watercolours, really nicely packaged. Oh, it says, "Dear Michelle, thank you so much for your support. I hope these colours will bring you lots of happy memories and inspiration. Happy painting." Oh, that's very nice. And that will be one of their colours. It's not one that I've ordered, but quite often you will get one of these in your package when you order from Tiny Clouds. So that's rather lovely, and it looks like we've got some little dots here. So that's another thing that you quite often get. These aren't labelled, but we've got three little dots there. Oh, and I've been given a code for 10% off. That's rather lovely and sweet as well. And then here's the little tin, and it's got a like a wax melt on the top. Oh, and we've got oh, it's already been swatched out for me. How lovely. It must go that way around. There we go. So isn't that kind? It's got that lovely wax melt with the flower pressed in it. So those are the colours that I will swatch out properly. So these are all half pans except for this one, and actually that hasn't got a name, but never mind. We will swatch those out in a moment. So that's the bits from Tiny Cloud that I've got, and I will just pop those to the side. And then my other box that I've got is from Scrawler Box, and I will put the link to their website below. But these boxes, sometimes they do an offer where they're half price, and I think this cost me like £12.50. So we will see what we've got inside it. So we've got some A5 watercolour paper. It's not cold pressed knot, and it's 190 GSM, and there's 8 sheets of watercolour paper in there, which will be handy. We've got this glorious card, and the artist is Steph Pardo, an illustrator and potter in the UK. So in these Scrawler boxes, they're usually they give the materials to an artist who then uses those, and you do get these rather lovely, I use them as bookmarks, but you get these rather lovely quite big A5 size pictures. So you always get a little booklet, the Scrawler zine as it's called, little magazine, and it tells you what you've got in your pack. It gives you all the names. Oh, I've got some more of these Vivivas. Oh, fantastic. I'd forgotten what I'd ordered, so that's rather nice. So yeah, they ask the artist some questions, and then you get some tips on how to use the materials in the box, and it tells you how the artist made their card, and then it gives you a little gallery of things that have been done from previous Scrawler boxes, and you can actually subscribe to them. So and look, join us live. Each month we host a live stream on their YouTube channel. I didn't realise that. So yes, that's rather interesting. So you always get this little magazine, and then here are my materials. So let's have a little look. Oh, I've got a sweetie. They normally put a sweetie of some kind in. So we have got a size 8 angle. That's this. Where are we? That brush has got a bit of an angle on it. We've got a Faber-Castell Pit Artist. Is that gonna? There we go. Pit Artist pen, fine liner in black, and it's a 0.7. So we've got a brush, a pen, a little postcard as well. Another nice bookmark for me. And then here, I've been collecting these. I stick these on front of my sketchbooks, so that will peel off, and it's a little sticker to use. And then here we have, oh there, we've got 8 colours. And these have probably been done especially for Scrawler box, I would imagine. But yes, you've got your little packaging, you've got your little place to mix the Viviva colours on, and this is one of those little very tiny cork palettes, so that will be fun. We can swatch. Oh, I've made up a word. We can swatch those out as well. So let's get my sketchbook out, put my scissors and my craft knife away. Sorry, excuse me. Paints at the ready. Let's find my page. And I tell you what, why don't we try out the paintbrush at the same time? And I think I'll just use my carbon platinum pen for now. We're going to need some water. And I'm just going to see what, if anything, is in view. So let's just move these over. We might have to put them like so, I think. There. I think that's everything more or less in shot, apart from the water. So I just need a cloth. Get my cloth at the ready. There we go. I think we should be able to see that, and I will bring everything up closer once I've swatched it. So I'll just rinse that brush first because it's brand new, and we will try and find, where's my little water dropper? Aha, here you are. Just to activate the paints. There. Okay, so let me have a, they're not labelled, are they? Right. Okay, let's see what we've got here then. I'm going to have to bring these out, I think, in order to read the names and write them down. So we will just do that and put them in when I've swatched them. So we are going to start with Tiny Clouds, Alpha Scorpy. Okay. So let's start with you then. Let's see what we have here. Oh, oh, oh! Now that's a nice colour. Let's add a bit more water. There we go. That is Alpha Scorpy. Then we've got Sigma Orions. Okay. So let's see what you are like. And that's rather pretty. blues. There we go. What have we got next? We have got Crow 5. Okay. I wonder if this is some kind of a black then. Let's have a look. Ooh. That's quite a purpley black. There we go. There's Crow 5. Then we've got Chrysanthemum. Let's have a look at Chrysanthemum. This looks like it's got a bit of sparkle to it. Well, that's nice as well. Then we've got Nebulae, okay. Ooh, these actually make a really pretty palette of themselves. And then let's see what this is. I can't put a name on it because it hasn't come with a name. Oh. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but it looked like it was going to be blue, but you can almost see that green in there. And that is rather pretty. Okay, so those are the colours that came in the tin. It's a shame these haven't got names on them. But these are just those little dots. There we go, those are those little dots. So, perhaps we'll pop those little dots on my palette there. Lovely. So let's get these in. Let's try and put these in the order that they are on that swatch sheet. So we've got that one there. We've got that one there, and that's going to be that one, and then that one, then that one, and that one. There we go. So let me bring those up. So these are the colours from Tiny Cloud. Crow 5 is a gorgeous colour. And I rather like Chrysanthemum. But that one, Nebulae, isn't that interesting? And I'm really liking the one in the little shell. I wish I knew what colour that was. And there we have the 3 dots. So that's those. Now let's get our Viviva palette from Scrawler Box. Does it give me the colours anywhere on this one? Hold on, there. That's the colours. Right. So let's just do a... I don't quite know what that sound was. Never mind. So these are Viviva from Scrawler Box. And we have got, let's write these out first. Cinnamon. We've got mango. We've got opera. Alizarin crimson. Meridian hue. Deep blue. Violet and burnt umber. After I've swatched these out, I'm going to look in my colour diary and see if I've already got some of these. I think I might have. So we'll start off with cinnamon. No need for me to put the dropper on these because these re-wet really nicely. There's our cinnamon. Am I still in shot? Yes. Let's just move me a bit there. Right, let's go on to mango. Which is yummy. I think that's how I would describe this one, yummy. Okay, there's mango. We've got opera. That's very much an opera pink. In fact, it's very similar to my Holbein Bright Rose. Alizarin crimson. That's a very strong colour. Probably haven't watered that down as much as I could. Meridian hue. We've got deep blue. Violet. I always am surprised at how vibrant these Viviva paints are. You don't need to put a lot of paint on your brush. There's our violet. And then finally we have got burnt umber, and this brush has worked really well. I might use that for my swatching actually. And what I forgot to do was fill in my little card here. So let's quickly fill that in whilst I've got it out. It's quite a nice set of colours actually. There we go. Oh, it's such a cute little palette. I might have to see what colours you can mix from that, because it's a really nifty little travel size palette. Right, let's bring these up. There we go. So there's our 6 scrawler box colours. They're so different from the kind of muted tiny cloud palette there, which I think is a beautiful palette. You could just use that. I might try doing some mixes with that and some mixes with these Viviva scrawler box set. So I'm going to be going up to look up in my, which one is it in? I have this habit of wandering off when I'm videoing, don't I? And I'm sure that probably annoys some people, so my huge apologies. Here we are. Here we've got my Viviva colours. So this is where I'm keeping track of what colours I hold. It helps me to make decisions on whether I need to buy a new one or whether I've got the same colour in another make. But it's not in either of... No, they're looking like they're quite different. Oh, I've got burnt umber. And then in the originals one, oh, I've got cinnamon, I've got opera. Oh, actually, it looks like some of these colours have come out of their spring 16 colour pan. Mango I've got. So I have got and the Viridian, deep blue. So I have actually got these 8 colours in different sets. But it'll be interesting to see those colour mixes with the tiny clouds and the colour mixes with the Vivivas. But I will do that on a no, I might do it actually. I might do it and put it all together. Yeah, okay, let's dry this off and let's try doing some colour mixes. So I decided to do these mixes off camera, just in case the video was a little bit too long. So these are some of the mixes that I've done with the tiny clouds. So we've got Alpha Scorpii together with Chrysanthemum there. We've got Alpha Scorpii with the Nebulae. You can see that these are really quite pretty. Then we've got the Crow 5 with the Chrysanthemum. And look at that. We've got Crow 5 with Nebula. We've got Chrysanthemum. Oh, I'm not in the right place. Chrysanthemum and Nebula. And that's got a real sort of goldy tinge to it. Chrysanthemum with the little shell that I don't know what it was called. And then we've got Crow 5 with the little shell. So you can see that they are all quite muted colours. Whoops, too many pages. That go really nicely with the original colours. So those are the original colours, and then much more muted mixes. So I took these 8 colours that are the Viviva ones that came in the scrawler box, and here we go. I have swatched all of those out. When you think that this is such a tiny, neat, I mean, look, it's the size of a finger, neat little palette with its 8 colours, and look at all the variations that you can get. You can get some really good greens, more greens here. You've got wonderful purples. You've got lots of different browns. You've got some very pretty little colours at the top here, if you like doing florals. And then some of these are really pretty as well. So, oh, look at that one. That one's lovely. So, yes, I think you've got quite a nice mini palette there to take out with you, which I think is quite fantastic. And I would have to say that my palette, my new palette from Etsy, I used that for the Viviva colours. You can see that that's worked really, really well. In fact, I realised that I've got another one that looks very similar. So, and it is by the same person. And I used this one to do the mixing of the Tiny Clouds paints. So, the only other thing that I'll probably add is that I decided to use this palette to put those Tiny Cloud paints in, mainly because my palette that I've got with all of my handmade watercolours is now full. So I'm going to have to do a bit of rethinking. But yes, that's what I decided to keep them in there for now. Yes, so there we have it. There's my unwrapping and my latest discoveries. As most of you know, this will fit really nicely into the Viviva travel kit, which I am most definitely using. That's my most latest picture of one of the bridges in Norwich. But yes, this will, I've got something, I've got my nomadic artist set in there, but that little set will fit really nicely in there as well. So I'm very pleased with my purchases. I am waiting for it's the winter set of Gansai Tambi Kuretake paints from Choosing Keeping, so there should be another package on its way. But yeah, I hope that's been interesting for you or useful for you. See you again another time.